Sorry, can you hear me, guys? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon. Maybe good morning, good evening, everyone. So maybe you guys from different places. And I have sent some files. I hope you all received it. Even through the chat, I sent it again, a link also where you can download the same files because we need these files in order to continue the today's session. So we will just wait till 5 minutes. So after that we can start the session. So today 2.5 sessions. So this is the first training in the Friday's batch as we communicated earlier. So this is the first day. We'll be doing 2.5 hour session and we'll be discussing Power Query, Power BI and everything. So this is actually a completely hands-on training. So I request you all to get the files, download it and save it in your computer. So after 5 minutes, we can start the session. So I'm just waiting till few more people. I will allow like 5 minutes for everyone to join. So after that, we can start the session. So just give me some introduction. You guys from which area? Just you can post it on the chat. So I'm looking at the chat. So you can post in a chat from where you are from joining. Okay, Asif from Dubai. Nice to see you, Asif. Okay, Safra is also from Dubai. Most of them from Dubai because mainly I'm targeting the crowd students from Dubai and Indonesian. Okay, Arif from Indonesia. Hi, Arif. Okay, now it's almost okay 34. Okay, hope everyone received the files, right? I just sent you one link and one folder as well. So hope you all received those files. You have to download these files, you have to extract it and keep it in a one folder. So these are the course files. Actually, we have more files, but today, since it is the first day, it's a free session. So after today's session, if you are planning to continuously join for the session, so you all can pay and register for the full course. After that, I will share you all the information, all the other training materials as well, all the course notes and all the training documents and all the PDF files and everything. Okay, so let's start it then. So it's almost 3:35. Okay. Analyzing and visualizing data with Microsoft Power BI. Okay. So first of all, I will give you a brief introduction about myself. So I am Kasun Manchunayak. I'm from Sri Lanka, but currently I'm based in UAE. And I'm doing trainings in Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Power BI. So I have been working in Excel for the last 10 years. I was a trainer and I was a finance analyst. Actually, I'm from business background, like I'm from finance. And then I worked last 4 to 5 years. I've been working in Power BI, and now I'm working as a consultant as well as a trainer. So I have trained I'm working with different institutes as well, and I have been conducting online trainings. And also because of this pandemic situation, so a lot of online trainings are going on now. And also I'm the founder and CEO of Gulf BI Analytics. It's a company based in Sri Lanka. And also the leader in Saja, Microsoft Power BI user group. So we have user groups from Microsoft. So I have been appointed as the leader in Saja Microsoft Power BI user group. So you can Google for Saja Microsoft Power BI user group and you can join for that group. So we are keeping it for to educate people. So we are organizing events, like free events, like 1 hour sessions, just to give some introduction and taste about Power BI. And also currently I'm working as the trainer at Elegant Training in UAE, Optimizer Training in UAE, as well as Accountant and Auditors Association in Sharjah, UAE. So that's pretty much about me. And this picture is kind of an old picture back in like 5, 6 years back. Okay, so this will be our course agenda. So this course is like 25 hours of training. So during this training, we'll be starting from the Power Query engine in Microsoft Power BI, and we will learn how to transform the data and different Power Query automations, data loading techniques, or the ETL procedures. After that, once we load the data, we'll be jumping into the data model inside Power BI. Inside Power BI, we have a data model. So step by step, we will be moving to the how to build a data model in Power BI. Then we will be move on to the DAX calculations. DAX means in Excel, you have Excel formulas. So just like that, inside Power BI, we have DAX formulas. In order to do any calculations, you need to learn this formula language. So after we do the DAX calculations and all the analytics, we'll be moving to the visualizing our data. And then finally, what we do is finally we will publish and we will learn how to share the reports. So if I tell you the Power Query steps, we will be covering in-depth Power Query and almost all the options inside Power Query, and it is easy. You can learn it easily. And the data modeling also, there are some technical things like theoretical things that you want to learn, and after that data model is also you can learn somewhat easy. But the DAX calculation, this is the tricky area. So this is the area that you want to master if you want to do any advanced calculations, any analytics. Like some people, they use Power BI, just for visualization, just drag and drop some data and slice and dice and visualize. So they can do something with Power BI, but in order to get the full use of Power BI, you should learn the data analysis expression. And the visualization part is also easy, then the publishing. Okay, so then what you will get from this course, so you will get all the course notes, course materials in PDF format, and all the exercise files in order to practice whatever the things that you are learning. And also you will get a recorded video for all the 10 sessions. So we'll be doing 10 sessions, 2.5 hours each session. So it'll be 25 hours completely. And at the end of each session, you are getting a recorded video along with the PDF files and the notes and everything. So you can, because Power BI is not something that you can learn once and do everything. So Power BI, it will take some time for you to grab everything. So the video is very really important, so you can watch it again and again, all the concepts, and you can grab it easily. And then we will give additional examples after each section. So at the end of each section, you are getting a chance to do examples. And also we'll be giving the completed Power BI file after each session along with the recording. And at the completion of this course, you'll be giving a certificate of completion from Gulf Analytics. Okay, so that is pretty much about the course, and this course is 999 dirhams. So the course fee is 999 dirham. So if you are interested to join for the full training, so after the training, you can drop us a mail. I will give our contact details and everything. So if you want to join for the next session as well, so you can drop us an email and we will send you how you can make the payment. You can go to our website and you can make the payment. But all this information I will let you know once you register for the training. Okay, so upon completion, the next steps is actually you can go for the Microsoft certification, but not just after the course. It will take some time. So first you need to practice whatever things you learn, and plus in the examination they will be checking the Power BI service knowledge. We will just teach you how you can use the Power BI publishing and reports and everything, but we don't go in depth in this course about the Power BI service. like how to, we will teach you the basic things, but in order to get the certification, yes, you need to have all this knowledge as well. So that's the best certificate you can get from Microsoft. If you can get certified from Microsoft, that's the best thing. And we have separate course for Power BI service, a complete course on Power BI service. So you can go to our website and watch these things as well. I mean, if you want, you can sign up for this course as well. Okay, so that's what it was about introduction. So we will jump into our Power BI. So what is Power BI? Okay, Power BI is a free software. You can download it from Microsoft. Okay, it's a desktop application. So with Power BI, you can get data from different places. So maybe it's a website, or maybe it's a SQL server, maybe Oracle database, or Excel file, text file. So you have your data in different formats. So with Power BI, what you can do is you can grab data from these places. Okay, whatever the data that, whatever the outside source you have, you can grab the data, and then you can, using Power Query, you can get the data into Power BI. Then you will do the data modeling, because you will get data from different places. Like you will get customers data, you will get HR data, you will get sales information, you will get product data, and ledger, different ledger informations. Likewise, you will get data from different places, but you need to connect all this data into one model in order to analyze. So that is that thing you can do with Power BI. You can build a data model inside Power BI. Then once we get our data, once we clean our data, if we don't want any data, we can remove it. We can append, merge. So a lot of things we have to learn, but then we will build the data model, and then we do the analysis. Like we can, using the DAX formula language, we will start digging our data. So we can know, okay, for a particular month, how many customers joined for our company, how many customers dropped from our sales, or we want to compare last year's sales with the current year sales. What's the difference, and what is our market share for a specific product, or maybe what's the uh, percentage change from compared to last year's to current year, what is the growth rate. So likewise, actually, to be honest, like if you think of any analysis with Power BI, you can do anything, because DAX is so powerful. It's easy, I mean, it's simple, but it's not easy to learn. It will take some time, but we will be, during this course, we'll be giving you all the required knowledge, all the required formulas, because there are a lot of formulas in DAX, but we'll be teaching you all the important formulas. I will go through the course content as well. And then finally, there is no point of doing analysis and without any, what do you call, a visualization. So we want to visually see it. So finally, we can do the visualizations, and we can then publish the reports. So that's like a 10,000 foot overview about Power BI. So we'll see. We have to learn a lot of things. There's a lot to learn. Okay, this is the Power BI current situation. There's a company called Gartner. They are doing analysis on different softwares now. So this is the analysis they done on the business intelligence platforms. So back in 2016, the Tableau was the market leader in the BI market. But now, if you see this as of February 2020, so Microsoft Power BI is the #1 in the market. And this is the high time for you to learn Power BI. And we are giving this course at a very low rate, because you might think, why the rate is very low? Because actually it's coming directly from the trainer. So I'm not in this training, I'm not attached to any other institutes. So it's directly from my side. So that's why the rate is a little bit low, because I want everyone to learn, and everyone to learn this amazing software, and as also to earn some income from my end as well. Okay, then, okay, if I think you all have installed Power BI. If you all have not installed Power BI, so what you can do is you can go to your browser, you can go to Google, and you can search for Power BI desktop download. Okay, just let me know on the chat whether is there anyone who hasn't installed Power BI? I believe everyone has installed Power BI. So if there's anyone who hasn't installed, I will show it in here. Okay, so Asif haven't. Okay, what you can do is, Asif, yeah, now you can download the Power BI because this is a hands-on training. So during this training, I will be teaching one area. After that, I will give everyone some time to practice the same. So don't think that there is a video recording, okay? If you think like that, you will not learn. So just forget about the recording. Do it right now. Then only you will learn. Otherwise, you will not learn. Like you will face a lot of problems when you are looking at the video later, but maybe I will not be available at that time for you to help. So, okay. So you can go to Microsoft Power BI and then you can, it will says Microsoft Power BI. You can click on advanced download option. Okay. Then you can click on download. It will show you, okay, there are two options, 64-bit, 32-bit. So based on the bit version, you need to select the correct one. So my one is 64-bit. So I will select this one and I will click on next. Okay. Once you click on next, it will download Power BI. So it will take some time. After that, you can just open the file. Okay, I'll show you that as well. You can click on Power BI and it will open the file. Or maybe I think it saw some access. Okay, I have already opened Power BI. So that's why I'm getting an error. So I will close this Power BI file. Okay. So I'll retry. Okay, you can just click on next continuously. Okay, click on next. You can keep clicking on next and finally you can click on finish because you don't need to change anything. So I'm not going to install Power BI now because already I have installed Power BI. Okay. So yeah, during the presentation, you can keep installing Power BI and you can finish it. It will take some time. Okay, I'll go back to presentation again. Okay, so why Power BI again? So you might think, okay, we are using Excel. We are doing all the analysis. So why we need to learn Power BI? Okay, the reasons is we can with Power BI you can connect to any data source and you can transform and connect any number of data, maybe millions, billions of data, any number of rows, you can get it into Power BI. But you know, with Excel we have a 1 million limitation with normal Excel. But there are tools that we can get more data. But with the normal Excel, there's a 1 million limitation. And if you are trying to work with in a pivot table with more like 100, 200,000 of rows, definitely your Excel file will get crashed and is stuck, right? So with Power BI, you don't see any these kind of difficulties. So you can work any number of data. You can connect to any database, any platform, any Oracle, SQL, so whatever the database you can get, and you can clean your data, you can transform your data, and you can do any sort of transformation. And people, anyone who joined just now, I think you'll have received the files. So just go through your chat window and maybe I will just forward that link again in case anyone doesn't have that link. So from this link, you can download all the files. So if anyone can't download from this link, please let me know that as well. So I hope everyone has downloaded the course files. And then we can build a relational data model using Power BI. So because a lot of in Excel, you cannot build a data model unless you get some other tools. But with Power BI, you can build a data model and then you can do the DAX calculations inside Power BI. And then finally, you can visualize with interactive reports. Those visualizations are amazing actually inside Power BI. And these are very, very simple and these are amazing. Yes, that's why you need to use Power BI. Okay, now we will see. Let's start our project file. Okay. So what is our project? So you have been appointed as the business intelligence consultant or the BI analyst in a company called AdventureWorks. So AdventureWorks is a Microsoft company. It's a fictional company. So I have the data from this company. So if I go to my folder, so I have these CSV files. The same CSV files I have shared with you all as well. So we have all this information about this company. What are the products they are selling? Who are the customers? And what are the sales information for like 15, 16, 17, and 3 years? And what are the locations that they are selling their products? What are the product categories we have? What are the product subcategories? And the sales returns information as well. So you have been given with all this information. So what you need to do is, as the BI consultant or the BI analyst, so I'll just open one file. Okay. So I'll open the products file. So you have information about products, product SKUs, product names, models, so price, cost, and everything. So you have all this information about this company. So not only products, the sales information, those are like master files, right? Customer master, product master, and the sales information, location master. So likewise, we have received all the information in CSV files, comma separated values. Is a we can open through these files in Excel. Using these files, what we need to do? We need to build a business intelligence dashboard. So this is the same dashboard that we are going to build throughout this course. So this is the final output. So when you have the 3 product categories in this company, AdventureWorks, bikes, accessories, and clothing. So this is the final dashboard. So when you click on one category, you can see what is the top product, most profitable product, and what's the product with most orders. And you can see the product subcategories and product by product orders and return rates. And you have the ability to change the timings and analyze your data, as well as you have button for different areas, maybe North area, Europe, Pacific. Likewise, you can analyze the data for different location as well. And also these kind of KPIs. And if I move on to the second sheet, and here it will give you, detailed analysis about individual product. So if I go to previous sheet, I'll show you. Let's say I want to analyze this Rode 550W yellow 40. No, or else let's say I'll select this product, Rode 250 black 52. I want to analyze this particular product only. So in that case, what I will do, I will right click and I will go to product detail. So here, the same product, you can see it in here, and I can see, okay, what's the current month orders versus the target, current month revenue, how many returns, and based on the price change, when I'm changing the price like 10% by 20%, how my profit is adjusting accordingly, and what is the return information. And also, we will see finally, like the customer analysis also, orders from different genders, different customer types, based on the income level, occupation, and orders by the age. So you can see when you hover the mouse, okay, people who has year 52, they have the most number of orders. This is a tree map visual, and this kind of combo charts to see orders and revenue. And you can see, okay, who is the most profitable customer and how many orders we have generated and what is the revenue from them. And if you add some filters, these are filters, like all these slices just working like filters. When you click on them, your data will get changed accordingly. Okay, so this is the final project that we are going to complete. So with this data set, so we have been given with these Excel files, and we want to transform these Excel files or the CSV files into a dashboard like that. Okay, any questions so far? I think all good. So the video is going on recording, and I think you all have received the files as well. So the course files, you all can download it, everyone. Okay, so okay, then shall we start the course from here? So I have given some introduction. So I will open my Power BI. So everyone, I think everyone has Power BI. installed. So I will open my Power BI file as well. Yes, it's getting open. Okay. Okay, so I have opened Power BI, and what I'm going to do is, before starting the course, before starting our project, I want to do some changes. Okay. So if I move on to the presentation, so there are some things that we need to change in the options. First thing is the preview features, because Power BI, they continuously do updates every month, because this software is getting updated every month. So what you need to do is, there is something called preview features. So whatever the updates that they are doing, they will show it in here. So you can go to file. So I want you to remind again. So everyone, so this is because this is the original training that is going on. So how I do my training is, I will cover some area, and I will ask you to do the same. Okay, this is a completely hands-on training, and you and I both will be going in the same pace. Okay, so at the end of this today, you and I will be having the same file, which is completed by you and me. Okay, so it's not just looking at what I'm doing. So I want you to practice along with me. Okay, that's how it goes. So first go to file. Okay, then option and settings. So you can find this option and settings in here. So first I will do and show you. I will give you some time to do it. Okay, then go to options. Okay, then you have, so there is something called data loading under the current file. So can you see this current file here? In here, there is something called data load. Here, there is something called auto detect new relationship after data is loaded. So this option, I want to remove this option. So I request everyone just mute yourself unless you have a question. So if you have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask it. Okay, so I have this remove the tick mark, auto detect new relationships after data is loaded, because this thing, we don't want to create any relationship by the system. What we want to do is, we want to, this is actually the second option. I missed it, the first one. I will do the preview features, other one now. So first data load and remove this tick mark, because all the relationships we are going to do it by ourselves. Okay? We don't want to system to do that. We will do it by ourselves. So remove this tick mark in here. And then under the preview features in here, you can see this, put a tick mark for all the features. Then only your version of Power BI and my version of Power BI will look similar. Okay, if you just install it, put a tick mark for all the options here. Okay, just like I have done, put a tick mark for all the options and click OK. Sometimes it might ask you to restart your PC. Okay, not restart PC, restart Power BI once you do these changes. So do that. So close Power BI and reopen the Power BI again. I'll show you what I did again. File, options and settings. Now you can try it. Okay, options, and then under the data load, you have this auto detect new relationships. That one you have to remove the tick mark. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing along with me. And then in the preview features, you have to put a tick mark for everything. Okay, so these are the new features that they released recently. So before it's going for the general access, general, for it will be in here, and then like 1 month it will be there as a preview feature. After that, it will be given to the general usage. Okay, after that, click on OK. It might ask you to restart the Power BI. So you don't need to save Power BI, just close the Power BI and open the Power BI file again. Okay, because settings are already saved when you apply it in here. You just need to reopen Power BI. That's it. Okay. And I hope you have done it. If you all have not done it, just drop a message that you haven't finished, or you can unmute yourself and you can tell me. that you haven't finished, or if you have any questions. Okay. Okay. So we have put a tick mark for all the preview features. Then in the data load in the current file, we have removed the auto detect new relationships as well. Okay. So I hope both the options has been updated by yourself. Then then we will be move on to the Power BI interface. Okay. So this is the report view. Okay. So once you open the Power BI, you can see there are three icons in here. Okay. Report view. So you will see the report view. Okay. So this is the report view. And then we have the data view and then the model view. Okay. So report view is the place where you put all your reports. So this one we call it as the report canvas. So all the visualization, it will go in here. And then you have the data view. Just like in Excel, you can see your Power BI data once you load it. So it will be available in here because currently we don't have anything, but once you load the data, it will available in here. Then third, we have the model view. So this is the place once you load the data, it will appear in here, all the tables as an object. So currently we don't have anything, but we will go through all these things step by step. Okay, so then, as I mentioned, this is the report view, the first one, and then, the data view and the model view. Okay, so all these tools I will be going through while I'm doing the session, so don't worry about that. And then we have the Power BI workflow. So starting from the data, so because once you load the data, you will see the data. Okay, first you will get the data through the Power Query, which we haven't touched yet, and then we will move the data into the data side. After that, we will be building the data model, and we will create the relationships, and finally we will create the visualizations on top of this data. Okay. Any questions so far? Is it all clear so far what we did? We are just touching the surface only.
Kasum, I have a small clarification.
Yes.
This dashboard similar to the Microsoft that Excel dashboard.
Yes.
Or is it some advanced version?
Actually, it's like this. So Excel and Power BI both are Microsoft products, right? So what Power BI Microsoft tried to do is back in 2016 they introduced Power BI. Before that, in Excel, we had something called Power Query. We had Power Pivot, and we had Data Model and Power View. But Microsoft, these four options, they have taken out separately because Microsoft, they didn't have a BI tool, business intelligence tool in the market. So they take out everything and they have created this Power BI software separately. Okay. So Power BI and in Excel, you have the Power Query in both the tools. In Excel also you have Power Query, the data transformation tool, which I will discuss later. And in Power BI also we have the same thing. And we have the DAX formulas in Power BI. And in Excel also it's there, but it's not that improvised. And we have the data model. But when it comes to the visualizations, Power BI is so powerful. In Excel, you have to do normal visualizations, charts and everything. And this interactiveness, these advanced features which you have in Power BI, it's not available in Excel. So that's why mainly for the reporting, if you are working for reporting, maybe you are finance, maybe you are HR. So whatever the industry that you are working in or whatever the department that you are working in, when it comes to the reporting, Power BI is more powerful than Excel. Excel is there for like, you can work with the raw data, but when it comes to the reporting, Power BI is the best solution, because these dashboards that you are creating from Power BI, it's not easily creatable through Excel. You can sometimes, but it will take a lot of effort. But with Power BI, once you learn it, because I was Excel user and I was Excel trainer, but things that I can do from Power BI, I can sometimes do in Excel, but it will take 4 to 5 hours, 1 to 2 hours, 30 minutes. But the same thing I can do from Power BI within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Very easily I can do it. And also the Power BI processes, it will automate your process as well, whatever the work you are doing. Is it clear, the question? Is the answer is clear?
Yes, maybe one more thing I can add in addition to that, when we work Excel in many files,
Mhm.
the file size also more than 10-20 MBs, which will
Yes,
sometimes computer getting stuck.
yes, I know. That's
So
a
we avoid this by separate file through the Power BI. Am I correct?
exactly because we are working in a data model. So there's something called database normalization. That means we are trying to keep everything in separate small files, and then finally we try to connect it. And also with Power BI, you can handle millions, billions of data also. It doesn't matter. I mean, it will not get stuck. So there are a lot of things even in Power Query we are going to learn, like how to get file data from different Excel files, Excel sheets, and how to combine all these things. Like so much of things we are covering throughout this course. Okay, so okay, shall I continue? Any more questions? Okay, and before moving to the next part, I'll just go through the course content as well. So this is the course content that we are going to cover. Okay, so the first part we are going to go through the Power Query. So we'll discuss about Power Query parameters, invoke functions, conditional columns, how to get data from a SQL server, text files, different Excel files from a folder, and from how to use the Power Query hierarchies and merging, appending, invoke custom function, column from examples. So likewise, we are going through all the options available in Power Query, because you might have not used Power Query, but Power Query is the next VBA. I don't, because Power Query will replace VBA, and currently it's happening, because with Power Query you can automate all your Excel task, Power BI task, because whatever the knowledge that you are going to get through the Power Query area, it will be the same thing that you can apply for Excel as well. I will show you when we progressing through the course. So it's like a buy one get one. So you will get some knowledge from Power Query through Power BI, but it's the same engine in Excel as well. Then we will learn the data model. What is the fact table? What is the dimension tables? What are different schemas? What are the relationship, filter context, filter cardinality, how to connect different tables. So likewise, database normalizations. We will be going through all these concepts in database area. After that, we will be starting create DAX measures. So this is the tricky area where I'm putting more hours for this one. We will start from what is the row context, evaluation context, calculated columns, and then what is context transition, what is the basic function, sum x, average x, calculate, filter all, and switch function, top pen, all selected, and these kind of all advanced functions, and how you can use this. So in depth, we are going through all these functions, and also the time integers function as well, where you can do time related calculations and the DAX variables. Likewise, we are covering almost everything, like all the main functions in Power BI. Yes. Yeah, of course. Microsoft Dynamics. So there's a questions like how to get the data from Dynamics 365. Yes, it's a matter of, I will show you. So when we get the data, so there are a lot of options. There are 100 odd connectors. It's there. I will show you. Actually, we didn't start that. So you can get literally from anywhere, and you can get data into Power BI. Maybe you can build financials. So there's a separate course for the financial reporting. I will show you that as well. And then finally we do the visualization part, which is very much easy, not that hard. So once you do the analysis, you can easily build those visuals. And we will be discussing all the IBCS standards. So if you haven't heard, so there are standards for each industry. And in the business intelligence, like for the visualization, data visualization as well, there's a standard called IBCS standards. Because sometimes the report that you are building for the revenue growth and the visualization that I'm creating for the revenue growth may be two different visualizations. But they say from the IBCS standards, International Business Communication Standards, they say, okay, what are the best practices we need to follow when it comes to the data visualization? And also, yeah, that's pretty much about the course content. And I will come back to the presentation. Okay, so we were in the workflow of the Power BI. And then before starting our project, I want to give you some helpful resources. So if you go to the Power BI help section, so there are a lot of helpful videos, free videos as well. And there is Microsoft Power BI blog every month. With the updates in Power BI software, they will release this, this blog every month along with the feature summary. And also we have the Microsoft Power BI YouTube channel. So in that also they sometimes put important videos. And also there's a channel called Guardian Extreme. That is a very, very interesting channel. So when you want to learn Power BI, once you learn the basics and all the important stuff, you can watch this channel also. They will show different videos every week. And also you have Power BI user groups in each city. We have one in Dubai, one in Sharjah, one in Abu Dhabi. So I'm leading the Sharjah one. So likewise, you can just search for Power BI user group Sharjah and you can sign up for that group as well. Okay, so shall we start the project now? So this is so far what I did was I did this introduction and gave you some knowledge about Power BI. So now we will start connecting data and we will see how we can build our dashboard step by step. Okay, before that, any questions before we move on to the current project? So I hope with the silence, I mean there's no questions. If you have, you can put it on the chat or you can unmute yourself and raise it. Okay, so I will move on. Okay, so first type of data connectors we have in Power BI. Okay, so if you go to get data, okay, so I will go to my Power BI file. If you click on get data, so this first it will show you what are the common data sources that you can connect. So it's in the home ribbon. If you click on the get data, like Excel, Power BI data sets, data flows, SQL servers, text files, web files, or data. Likewise, different options are there. And if you click on more, if you click on the more button, it will open another window and it will tell you, okay, what are some other sources that you can get data from, like text, XML files, JSON files, Access, SQL Server, SharePoint, and Oracle, IBM, so SAP, also Google Big Data, then Azure Data Lakes, and also SharePoint, Dynamics 365, as if that's your question, right? So you can get data from Dynamics and also Salesforce, Google Analytics. So pretty much QuickBooks and pretty much from any place. Okay, it's getting the data is very easy. It's a matter of maybe the starting point is a little bit different. So that means when you're getting the data from Excel file, it's different. So when you're getting the SQL server data from SQL Server, you have to put the credentials. So likewise, when you are getting the data from different place, you have to put relevant credentials or relevant URL. After you get the data, that 1 minute only, once you get the data, after that, everything is similar inside Power Query. Okay. So if you go through this list, you can go through this list if you want. Let's say you have a different ERP system in your company and you want to know whether you can connect it to the Power BI. You can go through this list and you can see whether it's supportable. And if not, you can export your data to a SQL server or an Excel file, and from there you can just connect your data as well. Okay, then first thing is different data connectors. So Power BI can connect to virtually any type of source data, including and but not limited to flat files, databases, online services, like SharePoint, SQLs, like literally from any place you can get data. Okay, then there is something called query editor. So inside Power BI, okay, if you go to Power BI, so this is Power BI interface. Okay, but inside Power BI, we have something called Power Query. So this is the query editor, or else this is the place we are going to connect when we do all the data cleaning, right? Data cleaning, data transformations, and everything will be doing in this query editor environment. It's a different window. It's not inside the Power BI, so you can't see it in here. In order to access the query editor, you need to click on this transform data here. Once you click on this arrow, can you see the transform data? Okay, I will click on this one. Okay, you can just try this one. I will click on transform data. Once I click on transform data, it will take me to another window. See, now this is my Power BI window, right? You can see that. And this is my Power Query. Can you see this word? This is Power Query Editor. Okay, so we have the same thing in Excel as well. So this is the place we are using in order to do any transformations in our data. So we can do so much of things with Power Query. It's so advanced, okay? Because you guys might not know about it, but once you learn it, you might feel like, oh my God, why we didn't use these options, right? These are very amazing and so much easy. Okay. Okay. So query editor. So once you open the query editor, so you will go to home ribbon, you will click on transform data, and you can click on the drop down and you can access the query editor. Once you open the query editor, so currently we do not have anything. We do not have anything inside Power Query because we haven't loaded any data. So once we load our data, it will be available in here. So, but once we load, you will see here, there is something called query editing tools. So where we can access these features, the M language, and then you can see all the queries here. Queries means actually the tables or the data. Let's say you are getting some data from Dynamics. So that data will appear in here as a query. You are getting some data from Excel file, that data will appear in here. And then you have whatever the applied steps, which I will teach you later. Like you can do any transformation, any sort of transformation to your data. So those things are available in here. And then you have the table name and properties where you can change the name of the data table. And then finally you have this query editing tools. So we have mainly home, transform, and add column, 3 ribbons. Okay, this will allow you to do like different transformations. Okay. Okay, so I will go to the next slide. So where it will explain you what are the 3 different ribbons: home, transform, add column. So in these ones we have a lot of options. So don't worry guys, we will be covering all these options. Okay, each and every option we will be covering inside our power query section. So we will take like 5 to 6 hours for the Power Query. Okay, within these 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours, we are going to cover all these options because those are so amazing, easy to learn, and so powerful. So home ribbons has the main common features like how to enter data, delete rows, delete columns, how to split data, how to promote data, how to merge, append. And transform ribbon, they have the options like split column and how to extract data, replace values, pivot, unpivot, so and group by. And also in that column you have custom, how to create custom columns, custom invoke functions, how to get data from column from example feature, conditional columns. And don't worry, we'll be going through all these things. Okay, so shall we start our first part? Basic table transformation. So we will start from some basic table transformation in our data. So step by step we will progress. So in the basic transformations, you have how to remove a column, how to remove other columns, how to remove rows, how to sort columns, and how to promote the headers, and how to change the data types. Likewise, all these options we have available in the basic transformations. Okay. So what I will do is, okay, in this one, after every section, I have given some examples. Okay. We will try to do these examples together one by one. Okay, my first question is get the products data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so I will first show you how to do this. After that, you can try to do it by yourself. I will close the Power Query window. Okay, and I'm in the Power BI window. So I will click on Get Data. Okay, and based on the file type, so Power BI has given different options. Like if your data is in Excel type, you can select Excel option. And if your data is in a SQL Server, you have to select the SQL Server option. So based on the file type, there is a different path that you can select. So if I go to my files, so my files in this course all are in the CSV format. If you can see Microsoft Excel, but comma separated values, CSV. We call it as CSV files. So in that case, I have to select text CSV, not Excel. So even though we have opened these files in Excel, it's a CSV. So I will click on this one. Then I will select the first file, right? I have numbered the files. So I will click on the products file and then I will click on open. Okay, I will first do it and show you. First look at my screen. After that, you can do it by yourself. I will give you some time. Okay, so once you open the file, it will show you this kind of a window and it will tell you, okay, what is the delimiter? It's a comma delimiter because CSV means comma separated values. And what is the data type detection? Okay, so not like in Excel. Okay, you cannot compare Power BI with Excel because there are some features which is work exact very differently. So in Excel, you don't need the data types, right? I mean, in Excel, if you just put the data and if it is a number, you can just sum it. But in Power BI, unless you categorize these numbers as numbers, right? Because sometimes inside Power BI, numbers, you can format it as a text also. So here, what it is doing is based on the first 200 rows in your data. Okay, so that means it Power BI, he is taking a sample. Let's say you have 1,000 rows. He is taking a sample of 200 rows and he is evaluating each column row by row. That means, okay, he will go through row by row. Okay, 214, 214, these are looks like numbers. He will check for like just a sample, 50 rows, 200 rows, and he will decide, okay, this is a number column. Okay, and he will go to next column. He will check what are these. They go 31, 31, 2, 3. It looks like numbers. Okay, then he will categorize these as numbers. And then he will go to the next column also and he will check, okay, this has both numbers and text. In that case, most probably he will convert it as a text. So likewise, this option, what it will do is he will, you have three options. If you want, you can tell, okay, based on entire data set, go through the whole data set like full column and decide the data set. Or else you can say go through first 200 rows. Or else you can say do not detect data types at all. I will do it by myself. Okay. So after that, you can show here load and transform data. Load means if you click on load, what will happen is Power BI will directly dump this data like if in this window in Power BI directly in Power BI interface directly. Transform data means we are taking this data into the Power Query or else the same previous window that I showed you. So it will take this data to the Power Query, and over there, if you want to do any changes, you can do that. After that, you can load the data into Power BI. Okay. First, I will just click on load. Okay, see what happens. If I click on load, it will take some time. It will load. Can you see that file? It is loaded in here. Okay, and you can see in the data view there is one file. You can see it in like Excel. And in the model view, you can see one object, the file as an object. And okay, but as a best practice, what I want you to do is, I don't want to dump the data directly into Power BI. I will delete it. Okay, later I can access from Power Query, but as a best practice, what I want you to do is go to get data, text CSV, products, click on open. I will click on transform data. Okay, and it will take me to Power Query, and from here I can look at my data now. I can do any changes. I can change the data types. I can remove any unwanted data, because sometimes when you are working in a company, when you are getting the data from a SQL server, maybe there are like 100 columns, but you don't need all the columns. So in that case, what is the best thing? Get the data into Power Query, change the names, organize it properly. After that, click on close and apply and load the data into Power BI. Okay, so can you try to load your first file? I'll just give you 1 minute. Okay, go to get data, select text CSV, and then load the products file. Okay, I will give you 1 minute so you can do it. Any questions so far? Because actually this training, I'm mainly focusing the business users. So I think you guys are not coming from the IT background. So my explanations are very simplified, and I'm doing it in a normal pace, and all the things that we are doing, it's a completely hands-on training. So what I will do, yes, who is this? Hello. Any questions? Okay, you can send the question on the chat window as well if you have anything. Okay, so let me know. I hope you have done it now, but I will just close this and do it again just to show you. Okay, get data. Our files are in text CSV, so click on text CSV, select the product file, click on open, and then I will click on transform data in order to load this data into the Power Query. And once I click on transform data, it will take me to the Power Query window. Then from there, I can see my data. Okay, that's it. First we have to do. Okay, it's all clear, right? Okay, then shall we? Okay, so first thing what I want to do is I will give you some introduction about the Power Query. Okay, let me know whether you can see these options. If you can't see these options, if you can't see this formula bar, if you can't see this column quality, I will show you how to activate it. If you can't see this option, click on the view ribbon. Okay, in the ribbon, click on view. Can you see this formula bar? Once you click on the view, can you see this formula bar and these options? So if I click on formula bar, see this formula bar will be disappeared. See, you can activate it from there, and you can activate the column quality, this one from here, and the column distribution, these lines from here, and this query settings. If you can't see the query settings, you have to click on this query settings. It will hide and unhide this button. So these are the main things that you want to see. So you can see everything from here. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, okay, I will expand this. And can you see there are 3 steps currently? There are 3 steps recorded, like source, promoted headers, and the change type. Okay, if I click on the source, so these are the things that system has done to our data. That means Power Query, he has done some changes. Okay, so if you click on here, can you see, if you click on the source, can you see this header? It's in the first line. Yeah, the header is in the first line. So second step, okay, you can click on these steps. Okay, when you click on these steps, your data get changed accordingly. If you click on the second step, see this first line, what happened, what is going to happen to this line? Promoted headers, it has promoted your data into the first line. Okay, then if you see here, can you see next to each name product key, there's something called ABC, right? That is the data types in Power BI. So if you click on this one, click on that ABC, you will see a list here. Decimal number, fixed decimal number, whole number, percentage, date and time, date, and text value. So likewise, you will see this different lists. Currently, see this product key, even though it's a number, currently it has been formatted as text. That's why it's ABC. But we have told that, right? When we load the data, we told that based on the first 200 rows. So first 200 rows, please decide the data set. So we have told that. So in that case, can you see the change type? There's a step called change type that has changed the product key into a number. See, now it's 1, 2, 3. So this Power Query is just like a VBA macro. If you all have worked with VBA macros, you all know that. So whatever just like a macro recorder, okay, just like a macro recorder, whatever the things that you are doing inside Power Query, it's recording. Okay, it's recording, and you can see it as a step. So that's why we say Power Query will automate your things, because next time you can use these steps and you can add new data. So it will work. I mean, on any data, any new data, it will apply those same steps and it will do all these things. Okay. So you will understand it more. Okay, we just started only but we are going to do a lot of examples in here. Okay, so there are 3 steps. Then the other thing that I want to know is, I'm going to change this name, the one AdventureWorks products. I will change it. I will put word dim. You might think why I put word dim. Okay, because in the database world, database concept, there are 2 types of tables, masters and the data, right? Masters, we call it as dimensions, or the data tables, we call it as fact tables. So this is a dimension table, this products info, it's a dimension table. That's why when someone sees this table, when he's looking at a table, he knows that this is a dimension table. So that's why I put dim products. And always try to use simple words for your tables, because it's easier for you to reference in your formulas as well. And also when someone look at your data, he can easily identify. Let's say someone else is trying to use your data model, it's easier for them because you have renamed it properly, so it's easier for someone else to identify it as well. Okay, I will explain you what is the difference between dimension and the sales table, or dimension and the fact table, using a small example. But we are going to discuss these things in detail in the data modeling concept. Okay, let's imagine you are entering some sales data in the system. Okay, so let's say you are entering your company sales information. So how are you going to do it? So you will enter maybe what's the customer key or customer name, then what's the product key, and what's the quantity, what's the price, and what's the sales amount, right? So those are the fields that you are going to enter in the system. You are not going to enter what is the product SKU, what's the product name, what's the model, what's the description. So what's the color of the product. You don't enter all this information in the system, right? You just enter product keys, customer key, cost, price, sales amounts. That's it, right? But when it comes to the analysis, okay, if you are an analyst, you want to have more attributes about this product, right? Sometimes you want to analyze, okay, how many sales we have done for the product color red, how many sales are there for the model name Sport 100, okay, and how many sales we have done for the this country, look like Dubai, UAE. Likewise, we want to know more attributes. We want to do any advanced analysis. So that's why we have these dimension tables. So these tables has one column, one unique column called the primary key. Okay. This is the same thing that we have in our sales data also. We have the product key. So what we do, we have this primary or whatever the key in the sales table, and we have this same key in the products table or our masters, and we have all the other attributes about our product. What's the color, what's the size, what's the model. So when we want to do advanced analysis, we can go to these tables and we can grab those additional fields and we can do advanced analysis using these fields. Okay, these are different dimensions about the product that we are selling. Okay, this is like a little explanation about fact table and dimension tables. So hope it's somewhat clear. It will give you somewhat idea, but just keep it in your back pocket. There's something called dimension and fact. We'll be going to discuss in detail all these things. Okay. So first, I want to do small transformation. Okay, I will go to my practice file, change the name of the table. Yes, it's done. Okay, then remove the unwanted data column called product size using the remove column setting. Okay, so I will do this step and I will give you some time for you to practice. So there's this column called product size. Okay, so if I go to this product size column, I have the numbers for the product size 40, 42, 44, and also I have large, medium, small, XL as well. Okay, this is not a proper column, because when it comes to the analysis, we should have one column with only one type of data. If it is product color, it should have only colors. If it is product size, it should have sizes, maybe numbers, or maybe small, medium, large, like that. So this is actually I don't want this column in my data. Maybe I will create a separate column for the product size later. So I will select this column and I will go to my home in ribbon and I will click on remove columns. Okay, can you see this remove column option here? And then from here, I will click on remove columns and click on remove column again. So it will remove that column. And if you see here in the applied steps, can you see removed columns step has been added? Whatever you do in Power Query, it will get recorded. And one more thing, inside Power Query, you don't have like undo button, proper undo button, and redo button. Only thing what you can do is, can you see next to each step, there's an X button, see this X mark. This one works like an undo. If you click on this one, can you see that product size column it's there again. I will right click and remove it. It's the same thing. Okay, you can remove it. Okay, and finally, before that, I will just sort this table by product key as well. I will select the product key column and I will click on A to C. This will sort the product key column. Okay, can you try whatever I did now? Okay, can you try now? I will just do it again just to show you, but you can try it by yourself now. So we loaded the data and system has promoted the headers and system has changed the data types. Okay. Then what I did was I selected one column, product size, and I click on remove columns. Okay. Remove columns and remove that column. Then I went to my product key and I select that column, and in the home ribbon, I can see this A to C mark. Using this one, I sorted my column as well. So that's it. So these are the basic transformation that I want to do to this file. So let me know once you're done, and I will just give you 1 minute, and you can do these 2 steps. After that, I will continue. Any questions? Hello. Guys, talk with me. Any questions? Yes. Okay, there's a chat. Okay. Sorted row. It's a simple thing. Okay. What you have to do is you can click on the product. So there's a question for the sorted rows. So how to do it? So I'll do it again. So just click on the product key, and then actually the options that I'm showing you now, I will show it from the main ribbon. Okay, but there are shortcuts, but first I will show you it from the main ribbon. Select the product key column, go to home ribbon, and then can you see here there is something called sort. So you can just click on A to C or C to A. So I'll just click on A to C, and this will sort the column by A to C, alphabetical order. Okay, not the alphabetical like minimum to lowest, right? Minimum to highest. Okay, so I hope everyone is done. So I will move on to the next one. So next question is, okay, change the sort order, that is also done. Okay, then we have the text specific tools. Okay, before that, I will come to my Power Query. Okay, now I have done some transformations. I'm in Power Query. Okay, now I will load this data into Power BI. Okay, so how I can do that? I will go to home ribbon. Okay, I will click on home. Can you see there's something called close and apply? Close and apply. So I will click on that small arrow. So it will open up a list. Close and apply means I will close the Power Query window and apply these changes that I did into the Power BI. So I'll click on that. Apply means just save this, save it in here. It will not close the Power Query. So I'll click on close and apply. It will take some time, and then can you see this is the previous query, but it's loading. Yes, can I see the dim products, the new name that I put, and you can see the new table in here, and you don't have the product size in here, and then you have the products as an object. Okay, I have one question now, since you all are not asking any questions. So now we have removed some columns from that in the Power Query, right? I will go to Power Query again, okay? So I have removed one column. Maybe you can answer it in the chat, or maybe you can unmute yourself and answer. What do you all think? When we delete that column in the Power Query, will that column get deleted in the source as well? That means inside the CSV file, will it get deleted? No, yes. Charan says no, yes. Yes, true. Because what we are doing is we are just taking a copy of, yes, Hassan, yes, no, that's correct, yes. So because what we do is we do it in the Power Query, because what we have in Power Query is a copy. We have created a connection with our data. So whatever the things that we are doing it in here, it will not affect to the source data. It is happening on the inside Power BI only. Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm again inside the Power Query. Okay, now I will move on to my presentation. Now we will see some text related tools. Okay, how to split columns. Okay, how to change the formattings to lowercase, uppercase, and how to get the delimiter length of the text, how to get the first characters, how to get text before delimiter. So there are a lot of options. This text specific tools are really interesting. So yes, we'll go to our demo and we'll see how it works in the action. Okay. Okay, and I will go to my presentation as well, because before explaining this one, I want to go to these examples. Okay. Get the customer data into Power BI. Okay, so I'm in Power BI inside Power Query, and inside Power Query as well, you have this new source. New source means actually the same thing. This shows you how you can get data into Power BI. Okay, inside Power Query, it's new source. Now I'm in the Power Query. Okay, because sometimes you will get confused whether this is Power Query or Power BI. So now I'm in Power Query. So there is option called text CSV, same options is there. I will click on that one and I will click on customers data. Okay, the second file. I will click on open. Now it will show me the same window. Okay, data type detection, comma separated. Yes, but in this case, I don't have this transform data apply button. It's not there. Maybe you might think why, but the reason is because now we are inside Power Query itself, right? We are inside Power Query itself, so we don't need to have a transform button to go to Power Query. So whatever we are loading, it will directly come to the Power Query. Okay, so I will click on OK. So I have loaded the customers file. First thing first, what's the first thing? I will change the names. Okay, change the proper names. Okay, dim customers. Okay. Okay, so Asif has a question how we can go to the Power Query. Yes, you need to go to, I will close this and I will show you. Hold on. Close and apply. So now I'm in Power BI. Okay. Go to home ribbon, go to transform data. Can you see? If you are using the latest version of Power BI, it should be the same. That's why I told you. So if not, because Power BI, they are doing updates monthly. Maybe this button transform data or maybe edit data or something like that. Click on and click on transform data. Okay, so there's a question. So why I renamed it as dim, these files? Okay, because dim stands for dimension or the masters, similar name for the masters. Okay, when you are working in the data in your company, you know there's master tables and data tables. So because sometimes business users, if you are a business user, you don't know this database world. What are these terms? Dimension, fact. Okay, dimension is the similar word to masters. Fact is we are going to use in the next chapters, is the similar word to data. So these are dimension tables. That means, so as I told you, I will explain that for explanation again. So when you are entering the sales data, let's say you are entering your invoices, right? The invoices get you the sales data, right? So you will enter product key, product customer key or customer name, what's the product quantity, what's the price, and you will get the sales amount. So when you are entering, when you are posting a invoice to the system, that's what you're entering, right? But when it comes to the analysis, as an analyst, this 4 field is not enough for you to do any analysis. What you want to know? Sometimes you want to know dimension, sorry, you want to know product color, product size, product model, product SKU. So likewise, you want to have different fields in order to analyze. So these fields we are loading to the system using these dimension tables. So that's why I call this as a dimension table. I rename it as dim. Because dim means dimension. Because when I want to analyze my data in sales, what I will do when I have sales data, I will connect to this dimension table, the products table, and from there I will get these fields and I will do advanced analysis using this. Okay, but don't worry about these words. Just keep it in your back pocket because we are going to cover these dimensions, facts, and everything in detail when we do the data modeling. Okay. Okay. So, okay, get the customer's data into Power BI. That is done. Okay. So next question is create a new column called full name by combining prefix, first name and last name and make it proper case. Okay, long question. I will go to the demo and explain you. Okay, I have a table called customers. Okay, just look at this example. Okay, focus. I will give you some time to do it. So just focus on the example. So if you look at the customer table, we have customer key, customer's prefix, first name, last name, birth date. So, and when you load the customer's data, just like in the products table, there are few steps added by the system. Source, promoting headers, and the change type, right? All okay. Then we have gender, email address, annual income. Okay, we have some information. My requirement is I have prefix, first name, last name, 3 columns separately, but I don't have a full name column. Let's say I want to create a full name in my data. How I can do that? Okay, so first I will show you. So let's say I want to create a full name column. So what I will do is I will select these 3 columns. Okay, and there is an option called merge columns. So if I go to because other ribbons, okay, in transform. Okay, so can you see there is option called merge columns? Okay, focus well. Okay, this example is interesting. When I click on merge columns, what will happen? Concatenate the currently selected columns into one column. So merge column will concatenate or the combine 3 columns into one column. Okay. Okay, so I'll click on that and see what's happening. Okay, it will open a new window and ask me, okay, what is the separator you want to use when you are merging? Like first name, then what? Comma last name or space last name, tab last name, what? I will use space, right? I will use space. Then new name column. Okay, I will say full name. This is the name of my next column. Okay, if I click on OK, so focus on this one, see what happens. Oh, what happened? Yes, I got the full name. Okay, but this is the answer I'm getting, it's not correct, I guess. And I can't see the prefix, first name, last name, it's gone. And also it's combined John, Young, Mr. If you see here, John, Young, Mr. I think this is not the correct order. I want to get Mr. first. Mr. John Young, right? So what happened? What do you think? So if you go to the previous step, okay, can you see? John is the first name, Yang is the last name, prefix is Mr. But it is combined in a very different way. And also I lost my 3 initial columns, but I don't want to do that. Okay, you know the reason? What happened is, actually, if you look at so if you look at the option, so okay, if you look at the 2 columns in the transform, can you see there's something called merge column? This is the option that we used. And if I click on the add column, can you see same option is there as well? See merge column. Why Microsoft, are they crazy? to put the same option in both the columns, or is it a glitch? Yeah, no. Actually, this is what's happening. So I will go back to my presentation. Here, you can access many of these tools, both the transform and add column menus. The difference is whether you want to add a new column or to modify an existing one. Did you understand? Okay, I will explain it again. I will go to the demo and I will explain it again. Okay. So what happens when I'm using the merge columns using the transform window, it will transform that 3 columns into 1 column instead of adding a new column and doing the transformation, because I didn't select it from add column. If I do it from the add column, it will add a new column and it will do the transformation. So that is one issue. Okay, that is one issue that we need to fix. Second problem is why it's John Young Mr. instead of Mr. John Young, because 3 names are in proper order, right? Mr. first, John second, Young third. This is okay. I will explain you the reason. This is not like in Excel. Okay, Power Query, even if you have this prefix in a different place, let's say it's in here. Okay, I'll cancel this. Sorry, I will delete this step. Okay, and I will move this Mr. to here. Okay, what matters is the order that you are selecting the columns, because when I'm doing the merging last time, I select first name, then last name, then prefix. That's why it organized the column in a different way. But now I will do it in the correct way. I will go to the add column. I will select prefix first, first name, last name. Okay, that's my order. Okay, now I click on merge columns. Okay, my separator is space. My new column name should be full name. I deleted that column which I did wrongly and click on OK. And inserted merge column here, but can you see my 3 columns are there as it is? If I go to the right side, can you see a full name column, Mr. John Yang, created nicely without any errors? Amazing, right? Because if you are trying to do these things in Excel, it will take like different formulas, but here very easily you can do it. Can you try to do that? Okay, you guys, can you try? I will give you like 1 minute and I will show it again. So source, promoted headers, change type. This is how our data was. And then what I did, I reordered column. So I just move a column. That doesn't matter. Okay, you don't need to do that. After that, insert a merge column. How I did, I selected prefix, first name, last name. In the proper order, I need to select the column. Okay, you can press the control button to select multiple columns. Control, prefix, first name, last name. Then click on go to add column ribbon. Okay, make sure that you are in the add column, this ribbon, and then go to the merge columns and separator. I want to get space. If you want, you can put anything else. And I will put the new name as full name, and then I will click OK. Then it will create this new column in the right side. Always Power Query will add the columns in the right side. Okay, so try to do it. I will just give you 1 minute. So let me know if you have any questions. Okay, you can just put it on the chat. Because Power Query is so much easy and so much powerful. We just started only. You didn't see the magic yet. Okay, so there are so many things. So I'm doing very slowly, step by step. We are progressing. So I want to make sure at the end of this course you will be fully like really competent with Power BI. So whatever the areas that I'm teaching, I will give my full knowledge to you. So I will explain it simply. So I think and let me know if I'm too fast or too slow, comment that as well. Okay, so accordingly I can change my speed maybe. Okay, so I hope you guys have done it now. Okay, shall I move on to next one? If not, just send me on the chat if you are still doing. So I'm going to move to the next step. Okay. And okay, the last one, what we have to do is we want to change it to the proper case. Now it's in all capital. So I want to change it to proper case. That means like capitalize each word, first letter capital, rest is simple. So okay, in order to do that, I have something called format in here. Can you see format? Okay. So using this option, you can convert the letters to lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word. Also, you can trim the column, clean, and you can add a prefix if you want. So what I want to do is capitalize each word. I will click on that one. Oh, what I did, I created a new column. So, okay, now I know what I did, because I am in the add column ribbon. Okay. So I need to delete this. Okay, I want to undo this. So you know there is no any undo in Power Query. But what you have to do, click on the X. It will undo the step. I need to select this. So I need to go to not to add column, because I don't want to add a column. I need to go to transform. I think in the transform also I have the same option. See, format. See, you can see that same thing. So capitalize each word. Okay, perfect, right? It capitalized each word in the same column. Okay. So let me know once you're done. We are going to move on to the next question. You can do that as well. Okay, so I will move on to the next one. So my next question is, okay. So we have create a new column called user ID by taking the email ID of each email address before that mark. Okay. I will explain you the requirement in the demo. Okay, we have email ID, right? Email address. So there's a one column called email address. What we need is using this column. Okay, so can you see the before at mark? If you see here, before the at mark, we have the username, right? Let's say in our company, so we want to give access to our website to all our customers. Okay, so we are going to create a user ID for all the customers. So we can take it from the email address, right? So we have @ and before @ the whatever the word which is there, it is our, we want to use it as the user ID for our customers. Okay, so I want to extract that part. How do you think we can do it? Okay, now I want to extract and create a new column. So now I know a little bit about Power Query. Okay, so how I will do, I want to go to add column now. If I click do it in the transform, it will, I mean, do it in the same column, right? I will click on add column ribbon. So then what's the option I need to use? Okay. There is something called extract. Okay. Can you see from text? There is something called extract. Okay. Using this extract, okay, I can extract the length. Length mean how many characters are there in this word. And then I can extract the first characters, okay, from left side, last characters from right side, range, text before delimiters. Okay, I will try this first characters because I want to extract the first characters, right? I will click on this one. So John 24 means 5 characters, right? I will type 5. So because I want to extract 5 characters, I will click on OK. Okay, it has added a new column. John 24, perfect. Second one, EUGEN, but the user ID is not EUGEN. It's more than that, NE10. Okay, that I think that's not giving me the correct answer. It's just extracting fixed number of characters. So I will delete this step. Okay. So I will see what are the other options that I have. But if I can extract, I have the @ mark, right? So if I can extract everything before the @, that is what I need, right? Okay, we'll see. At column extract. Oh, text before delimiter. So this is the option we need to use. Okay. If I click on text before delimiter, Okay, there is a delimiter in each email. What is that delimiter? At the rate. Okay, at the rate. So now text before delimiter. That means it will extract everything before the at the rate. So I will click on OK and see whether it will always, when you use that column will be added in the at the end right side. Yes, perfect. John 24. Yes, that is perfect. So this is given me the result that I want. So I can rename this column. In order to rename, what you need to do, just double click. Okay, double click the column and then user ID. Okay. Okay. Can you try that? I will give you 1 minute. Try it. Go to what you need to do. Click on the email address column. Okay. Click on the email address column. Go to add column because we need to add a column. Go to extract option in here. You can see that extract and select text before delimiter. Okay, text before delimiter. And just put at the rate in here. Advanced options we will cover later. Okay, for the time being we will just discuss the basics. Click on OK and you can get these words. If you are trying to do this in Excel, you have to use left function, this much of character. Even left will not work. You have to use left, mid, lot of things, right? But Power Query, so powerful, so amazing, very easy to learn. You can do all these things. Okay. Okay, so actually there's a question regarding the inside in the add column. Okay, not in the add column only. So done, as if done. So there is something called AI Insights. This is because I think maybe you haven't updated the recent version. Yeah. So when you have updated to the recent version, you will get this because I'm using the December 2020 version. So they updated these options recently, like I think 1-2 months back. So just update your version and I will tell you how to check your version as well. So once you update the version, you will get it. And there is another question. How about when adding the new data source? Yes, I will explain you all these things because when we progress in the course, we are checking how to add data source, how to add new data to our data, what is going to happen. So all these things we are covering. So step by step we are progressing. So for this question, you will get the answer from our next chapters. Yes, and there's a question again, after we do any modifications, you can download the data as Excel. Yes, there is a way. Okay, so I will load this data to, so this after these 2 examples. Okay, we have to do two more examples. After that, I will load the data into Power BI and I will answer to those other questions as well. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, the last question is, create a new column called domain by taking domain name in the email ID. Create a new column called domain by taking a domain name in the email ID and replace the dash in it with the space and make it proper case. Okay, so I hope you are done. So I'm going to the next question. So, and for the questions, other questions who put on the chat, I will answer after this one. So in the email address column, okay, let's say I want to extract the domain of all the companies. Okay, let's say these are our customers' email addresses. So in the email address, after the @ and before this .com or maybe .ae, .org, whatever that. So in between @ and this dot thing, we have what? That is the domain of the company, right? Whatever the company it is. So that part is the domain of the company. So what our requirement is, we want to extract this domain. Okay. So, okay. So I have a question for you guys now. I want to extract this domain. So You can unmute and tell me the answer. So I will give you some support also. I want to extract this part, and in the extract, there is one option that I need to use. Can you all tell me which one is that? From this list, you can decide it. Maybe you can put it on the chat, or maybe you can unmute and tell me. So in order to extract the domain, which option that I need to use? Is it length, first characters, last characters, range, text before delimiters, text after delimiters, or text between delimiters? What do you guys think? I think, okay, a lot of answers are there. After, between, range. Okay, I think Afham has given the correct answer. It's between delimiters. Yes, the answer should be text between delimiters. So if I click on extract, so range will not give you the required result. So it will give you how many characters are there in the range. But if you use the text between delimiters, okay, if I select this one, I have selected this column, extract between delimiters. So it will give me two options. Enter the delimiters that mark the beginning and end of what you would like to extract. So what is my starting point? At the rate. End point, you might say we can put .com, but what if there are .ae, .org? So in that case, but the dot is common for everyone, right? So I will just use dot, right? At and dot. If I say okay, I use it in that column, so we'll add a new column. Perfect. Adventure works. It has extracted what I want, right? Then I want to, okay, replace this dash with space. So just like in Excel, find and replace, we have in Power BI as well. You can select the column, go to transform. Okay, don't do it in that column because it will add a new column. Transform, I want to do it in the same column. Can you see replace values? Replace values. I'll click on this one. What I want to replace, dash with space. I press the space key in my keyboard and okay. And then I will change this to proper case. You know how to change it to proper case. How? Transform window, format, capitalize each word. Perfect. Okay. Can you guys try it? I know I did few steps, but can you try it now? I will give some time and I will do it again. So you can just watch it. Okay. And also, guys, if you are planning to join for the full course, so what I will do is, I will just pause this session for 1 minute. I will go to my website. So this is our website, Gulf BI Analytics. Okay, we are doing consulting and training on Microsoft Power BI and Microsoft Excel. So we do corporate trainings and individual trainings. So what you can do is you can go to our courses section. You can get our email address, info@gulfbianalytics.com. Okay, you can drop us a mail. So one of our team member, they will help you how you can pay for the course and how you can complete your registration. So after that, you will get or daily you are getting the recordings, but if you register only for the full course, we will be providing you the recording and the course materials. So you can go to our courses, you can get the support, you can drop us an email, so we will send you all the information how you can proceed. And if you go to our courses, you can see these are the courses that we are doing, like analyzing and visualizing data with Power BI. You can see the full course content, and we are giving all our courses at a very competitive rate in the market. And Power Query for Excel and advanced functions, financial reporting with Power BI, because I know a lot of finance professionals, they want to learn financial reporting with Power BI. So first thing is you need to get the basic and the proper knowledge about all the formulas. So this course is a really good start for you. After that, and maybe if you are planning to go for the Microsoft certification, you can go for the Power BI service course as well. So both of this will give you the access to the Microsoft certification. And also after that, you can register for the financial reporting if you are a financial professional who want to learn how to build financials. Like if I go to my showcase, you can see there's a live report for financial reporting. So this is like the same report that we are going to build from that course, how to build balance sheet, income statement, income statement analysis, year by year, month by month. So actuals, then how to analyze receivables, revenue trends. So likewise, you can do any sort of analysis. It's not like limited to one industry. So any industry, what you are doing, if you are working on reporting with Power BI, you can do all these things. So this, I think you have our site, Gulf B Analytics. You can search on Google. We recently opened the website actually. So that's why we don't have much comments, because if you go to our course, this is our few of the, I got some comment from few students. So this is what they say about our courses. So all are positive feedbacks. So you can see that. So that, yeah, likewise, if you're interested, you can join for the full course. We have the Friday session and the Saturday and also the Sunday evening batch as well. Okay, so that's enough about the course introduction. Okay, so I hope you have done it right. Select this, go to add column and extract text between delimiters, and you want to put at n dot, this one at n dot, then you can get a new column. After that, I replace the values using transform column, replace values. Then using the format, capitalize each word. Okay, I hope you guys done with this thing. And can you see when you select on different steps, the data will show you that data at the current step level. See, when you click on the last step, it will show you the finals data. Okay. I think, yes, we have done all the questions. So we have done some text related calculations. Now I think my customer's file is fully okay. What I can do, I will click on home, close and apply again. I will close my Power BI and I will load my data into the, sorry, I close my Power Query and load my data into Power BI. Okay. Yes, sorry. I forgot to change the column names to domain. Yes, Asif, thank you. Yes. Yes, double click column name, change it to domain. Okay, done. Thanks, Asif. So I will close and apply. Okay, now I have two tables, right? Can you see two tables? And then I have the data view. So what we are doing is still we are loading the data only, right? We are not doing anything. We are just loading the data. And if you see the model view, see, you have two tables as an object. Okay. And one question was there. What was that question? Hold on. Okay. Once we do this transformation, how we can put this data into Excel? Okay. There is no such way to export the data, but now you have this data in the data view, right? What you can do is you can right click on the table. Okay. You can click on copy table. Okay. You can click on copy table. So it will, based on the size of the table, it will take some time, but it doesn't take any minute because it's a small table. Then I will open an Excel file. Okay. Excel file. What you can do, you can paste this data in here. Control V, you will get the new data. See, so it's just a 1 minute work. So you have got all the rows, all the data with all the transformation that you did. So likewise, you can easily copy the data from Power BI once you do the transformation, and you can paste it in Excel. Okay. Okay, and I'll show you one more thing, because now you might think, okay, you want to, sorry. you want to copy the data from Power BI and put it in Excel. But if you are in Excel, okay, this Power Query, it's the exactly same engine in Power Query as well. So if you click on data, okay, data, and if you try to click on this data ribbon in Excel, this is Excel, okay, this is not Power BI. I will click on get data, and there is something called launch Power Query editor. I know a lot of people don't know about this, but Power Query is there in Excel as well. If you click on this one, it will take you to the same Power Query engine. See now, home, transform, add column, we don't have anything here, but it's the same thing. Can you see? The same options are there. Sorry, this is Excel, okay? So what you are learning is buy one, get one. You learn Power BI Power Query, you learn Excel Power Query. So from here, it's the same option. Only the only 1-2 words are different in the options, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, completely the same thing. Okay. So in Excel also you have Power Query and all these things. Okay, I will close the Excel file. And we have a separate course for business intelligence with Excel, with Power Pivot, Power Query, data modeling. And also, guys, if you have not connected with me on LinkedIn, I request you to drop me a request. Because I want to connect with all my students. So this is me. This is my profile on LinkedIn. Kasun Manchanayaka. You can search me and you can connect with me. So maybe you guys are already connected, but okay. So okay. So any more questions? Any other questions before we move on to the next part? Okay, I think you all are done, right? And no any questions as well. So we are in the same page, right? We have 2 tables, customers, products. These guys don't think about the recording. Think there is no any recording, okay? Work these things with me, because I know sometimes you just want to watch it. You don't want to do it. Maybe you think, okay, I will do it later. I have the video, I will do it later, but don't do it now. Okay. So I will go to my presentation. Okay, now I will see number specific tools. Okay, we will see some number related examples. Okay, so if I go to the transform ribbon, there are some tools called number column. You can do sum, minimum, maximum. You can get the average. You can do multiplications, divisions, and you can do like scientific calculations, which I don't know. I'm not going to try this, okay? And trigonometric calculations. So these ones I'm not going to try, but I will show you some basic statistic calculations. But Power Query is not the best place to do numerical calculations. You can do those calculations in the Power BI, because Power BI DAX is there to do calculations. Our queries for the cleaning data, but for the sake of these options are there, because I don't want to miss any options in here. I want to give you 100% training on the Power Query, Power BI. So I will do this, okay? I will do a few examples on this as well. Okay, calculate the number of unique products in the product table. Okay, so I will go to my Power BI and I will go to my Power Query. How I can go to my Power Query? Transform data. So I'm in Power BI now, and I'm clicking again, transform data. It will take me to the Power Query, right? I have 2 tables. Okay, I'm not going to load another table. What I'm going to do is, I want to go to dim products, and then I want to count how many products are there. That's the question, right? Hold on. Calculate the number of unique products. Yes. So if you look at this product table, can you see there's a column called product key? It says actually there are 293 unique products. I don't need to do the calculation as well, right? It says 293 distinct unique products. And even in the bottom, it says 293 rows are there. Yeah, it's giving me some information. But anyway, for the sake of doing the calculation, I will do it. Product key, I want to know how many product keys are there. These are all unique values. Okay, product keys, but not the only the product key is unique. Okay, see, that's why there's a flat line in the distribution. These others are SKU is also, I think, unique. That's why it's flat line. Others are not unique. And when you have errors, you will see valid 100%, no any errors. Okay. Okay. I will go to transform the statistics, the number column. So when you do the number column calculation, something will happen. I mean, something will happen in the sense, I'll show you. Okay. I will first do it and I will show you. Statistics, I want to count the values, right? Count distinct values in the product key column, in this column. Okay. I have selected this column. I will click on this. Oh, what happened? 293. Yes, that's the answer. What happened to my data? Okay. When you use these statistical calculations, what happens is you will lose everything and it will give you one Scala value. So this is not what we need. I mean, this is good for like analysis. Okay, how many products are there? You can just check. How many customers are there? You can check. So what is the average product price? You can check those things. But like for the, what do you call? Just for the checking purposes, just to verify. Okay, just to verify, you can do that. But this is I'm not recommending to do it in here. Like you can do it in DAX environment, which is the Power BI. So I will delete this, right? Because we can delete the steps. So I will delete that. So likewise, you can do some steps using the number column. So I will do one as well. Let's say calculate the highest price in the product table. Okay, product table. I have the product price. I want to get the highest price product. If I click on that, I can go to transform, statistic, maximum. Yes, 357. Even it doesn't show me what's the product name. So it's just giving me one Scala value. That's why I said it's not very helpful. Okay, we can see the product price. And one more, calculate the number of customers, average product price. Okay, sorry. Number of customers. So I can go to customers table, customer key, transform. I'm doing this quickly, okay, because it's not that very much hard. I can just count the values. 18,148 customers are there. And what is the last one? Average product price. So I can go to product table. Any questions? No, right? Yes, there's anyone, if you have any questions, just unmute yourself and let me know, okay? Average product price, same thing we can do, transform, statistics, average, 714, okay. Okay, so let's say I have to do one more thing. So these ones actually, if you want, you can try it, it's simple. Other one is, okay, let's say during the promotional periods like Ramadan, Christmas, New Year, our company, they want to have a discount price. Okay, they want to create a discount price, product price. What they want to do, they want to give a 10% discount on their product prices. Okay, and they want to create a new column called discounted product price. Okay, and then they want to, yes, they want to create a new column in the products table called discounted product price. Shall we see how we can do it? Okay, I will first show you. I will select the product price, okay, and I need to add a column, right? So I need to click on add column. Then standard, I will do a multiplication. What I will do, if I multiply the product price by 90%, right? That means 10% discounted price, right? So I will multiply the product by 90%, and so that we can get the discounted price. So what I will do, I will multiply, click on multiply, and it will open this one. 90% means 0.9, right? 0.9. And I will click on OK. So that one will add a new step called multiplication, but I will rename it as discounted price Perfect, right? So this is the discounted product price. Okay. I have a one question now. Okay, can you do that? Do that one as well. Okay. While you do this, answer my question as well. Okay, you are giving this file to someone else, or maybe after 2 months, you come back and you look at these steps. Do you think you can remember all these things what you did now? Do you think? For me, I can't. I don't remember all these things because I don't have so many other things to remember, right? So I don't think this discounted price, this 10%, I will remember. So for that, Power Query, they have given some feature. So in these steps, right, in these applied steps, it says change type, remove column, rename column, insert multiplication. It doesn't make any sense, but what if you can rename this, right? I can right click and rename this with the step that I did. What I can say, discounted product price by 10%, right? I can type the step like this. So whenever I come back after 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, I know whatever I did. So if you want all these steps, you can rename. So this is, it's easier for you when you come back or when you give this file to someone else, it's easier for someone else to refer to this data and understand whatever you have done. Okay. 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 Try. Don't just wait. Okay. Try this because you will get the questions only if you try. Because I'm telling from my experience, because if you don't try, you will not get the questions. When you try, you will get new questions. Now, if you get it, I can answer. So don't depend on the video. In the video, you will see whatever I'm showing here, but the question that you are getting, you will not get the answer. Okay, so we have done it. And okay, one more thing. So I think you'll have done. There are so many decimals here. Product cost, product price, discount price. There are a lot of decimals here. So I don't want to keep those decimals. I want to make like 2 decimals. Okay. What I will do, I will select this column and I will go to transform, right? I want to do it in the same column. And can you see there's something called rounding? Here, it's in the transform ribbon, rounding. So when you click on the rounding, there are 3 options. Round up means it will round to up to the highest whole number. Round down, lowest whole number, integer value. Okay. If it is just round, you will get some chance to put some decimals. Okay. So I will click on decimal places and I will put 2 decimals. And if I click on OK, it will remove the decimals. I can do the selecting multiple columns as well. So I selected these 2 columns with the control round and 2 and OK. Okay. Okay, there's a question from Amjad. So can't we use formulas? Actually, yes, we can use formulas. We are in the Power Query. Okay, I will show you. Okay, there is a lot to learn. So we just started only. I will show you the formulas. So because Ajmat raised that question, in the Power Query also we have formulas. In the Power DAX, Power BI also we have formulas. Can you see this coding? So this is the, okay, I have opened one file. This is our project file, okay? And these are the formulas that you need to create, which is called as DAX formulas. Can you see that? Percentage of all orders, rolling profit. See, we're gonna do a lot of formulas, but this is just a start. because this course is a complete course. You are not just learning visualization, not just learning dashboarding, because within this 25 to 30 hours, we are teaching you complete Power BI course. Starting from Power Query, scratch, we will come to this point. Okay. We just don't want to do a normal course. So we have put a lot of effort and building these materials. So it is covering everything. So these are the formulas in DAX formulas, which you want to learn in the next few sessions when we do the DAX. Okay. I will close this one and I will move on to my Power BI Power Query. And also in Power Query, actually inside Power Query, there's a formula language called M language or the mashup language. So, okay, I hope you guys doing this, okay, rounding part. After that, numeric calculations are over. So I will just go to home and click on this advanced editor just to give you some taste about the formulas in Power Query. But Power Query, these functions, this coding is out of the scope of current course. Okay, we are not going to touch this M formulas, but I will do small things, but I'm not going to touch this one. But even without this M language knowledge, you can do so much of things with these steps. Okay. Okay. So we have what we have done so far. Okay. Customers. Okay, I will close and apply and I will go back to the Power BI environment. So we have only 20 more minutes only. Sorry guys. What happened to my Power BI? Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, so we have two files. So now we will see how we can load our third file. Okay, so we'll see. I think we can complete the third file also. So if I go to my files, okay, I can go to my CSV files. I have loaded the products, customers. Then we are loading some calendar table as well. You might wondering why we need a calendar. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to load some dates, and from that dates we are going to build a big calendar. Okay. So you might think why we need to have a calendar. Actually, the reason is in your sales data, you might have sales date. Okay. But calendar table means for that particular date, I am creating more dimensions, more attributes. What's the name of the month for that particular date? What's the year? What's the week? What's the day name? And what's the week starting date? What's the month starting date? Month ending date? Likewise, we are getting more attributes about one date because this will help me to do more analysis because we are doing a business intelligence course. So as business intelligence analyst, you are working as analyst for AdventureWorks now. So we have to do a lot of analysis, not just analysis by the days. We want to compare last year sales with current year, and we want to sometimes see, okay, uh, in weekdays how many sales we have, on weekends how many sales we have, and we can compare. And day by day we have to compare sales and on which dates we are getting more sales. Likewise, we want to do advanced analytics, right? So that's why we want to build a calendar table, a date table, and then we want to do advanced calculations from there. Okay, without further talking, I will go to the demo. I will go to home and I will get data and I will click on text CSV. I will click on this calendar table as well. So before loading that, I will just open that file. It's Excel file, CSV. Can you see we have dates here starting from 2015 to 2017 December 31st. So these are the same periods that we are doing our sales as well, right? So basically, the calendar table that you are creating, it should have dates which covers all the dates in our sales information. So I'll click on open. I will click on transform data because now I'm in Power BI. I'll click on transform data. And then first thing first, what? I will rename the file dim calendar. I'll call it dim dates. I prefer dim dates. Okay. Dim dates. That's done. And there's a one column. It's a blank column. If you don't have, don't worry. If you have it, just remove it. Oh. Sorry. But I did a mistake. It's okay. I can undo, right? Remove. Okay. Now I have a column date starting from 2015 and goes till 2017 December 31st. Okay, can you load the file? Can you guys load the file, the calendar file? I'll give you 1 minute. Do with me, okay? Don't just sit and wait. Do with me. So then only you will learn. Okay, just load the file, go to get data. So I want you to be a certified data analyst. So from Microsoft. So complete this and practice with Power BI. Actually, after this course, you cannot be a master in Power BI, but this will give you the lot of foundation and lot of knowledge. So what you need to do is you need to practice. You guys don't know how much effort we put to learn Power BI DAX, because the time that we are learning, like there were not this much of resources. So we had to go through like a lot of tears and bloods. And so when we are learning this, so we had to read a lot of books, so much of things, but I think now we are trying to give it in the simplest possible way where you can understand it. Okay, so, and guys, if you don't mind, drop your email address as well before leaving. Some people are leaving, so I can contact you guys as well in case if you forget to come back to me. But anyway, you have our website also, so if you plan to join, you can drop us an email as well. Also, just drop your email as well, so we can follow up with you as well. Okay, so I have one column. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will the date is in the first row. I will try to promote the header first. So use first row as headers. It's in the home and also in the transform. So I will do that because now I have to do it manually for some reason. So I'll click that. So, okay, date has become the header, but still, if you see, date is not in the date format. It's in the ABC format, which is wrong. So I will try to change the format to date, okay? Because these are dates. Replace current, yes. No, add a new step, okay. Oh my God, what happened? I'm getting some errors now, see? Some dates are okay, some dates are wrong. You know why? Sometimes you also will get the date error because this data is from Microsoft. This adventure work fictional company is from Microsoft. So they are maintaining the US data format, date format. But if you see here, my computer date format, my computer date format is, it's month, day, date, month, year. Whereas this one is, I think, month, date, year. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to delete this step and you need to convert the dates into the text format. Okay. There is a different option to fix this. Now you need to tell that, okay, convert the data, these dates into the date format that I have in my computer. Okay. So if you just do the normal date conversion, it will not work, right? It gives you an error. So what you need to do, right click or just click on ABC. Okay. Can you go down and see, can you using local, this one, click on that one. Okay. And then once you open this, Okay, your data type is text currently, but it's not text, right? Those are dates. So Power Query, change this to date. Okay, this is a date. And then what is the format I want to get? United States format. I want to change it to United States. Okay. And if I say okay, can you see that? It fixed the error because my date was in the United States format. So when I select that, it fixed this error. I will do it again. Okay. I was here. Then what I do, you can do the same thing in a different way also. You can click on ABC and click on using local, or else right click and change type using local. Same thing, but two different paths. So I will click on this, insert, yes. Data type, currently text, but I want to change it to date. Then I will select what is the date format. It should be English United States, right? I'll find United States. Where is that? English United States. Yeah, you can find it, right? I can't find it now. Yes, there, here. And then click OK. Then it will change type to the date accordingly. Okay, then from this one, what we can do? Now we can build our calendar. Okay, can you do this part? We have only 10-15 minutes only, but see, I will. Hope, is it done? Then I'm going to do some interesting work. I'm going to do something really interesting, very easy thing, but it's it looks like magic, Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, I hope you are done with this. So, but since this is the last part, I will do it now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add new columns, which gives me the month of this date, year of this date, day of this date. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll select this column. I'll go to add column, and here there is something amazing called date. Okay. I will click on this date. I can see a lot of options. I can extract the year. See, amazing. Month. What's the month number? What's the name of the month? Month, name of the month. Date. What's the day name? Name of the day. Date. What's the week? Week of the year. Date. You also have to always you have to select the date. Okay. Then only you can get this information. Okay. Okay, send you guys all the email addresses of you all. So we can contact you, everyone. If you forget to contact me, I will contact you. Okay. So date, and then maybe start of the week, start of the month, right? So likewise, easily you can extract this information which is relating to the dates. So amazing, right? I mean, if you're trying to do this in Excel, it will take huge effort, but you can easily date and you can extract all these informations very easily. Okay. Okay, so we have officially built a full calendar table. So I think so far it's almost 5:50 now. So you guys, now I will give you some time for you to try this. And meanwhile, if you all have any questions, let me know. And also, so I'm requesting everyone. So if you all are planning to join for this course, so drop us an email. So you can come to our website and you can register for the course. You can make the payments, and it's just AD 999 only. It's like $265 only. So this is an investment that you are going to make. Because a lot of companies, if you know, because as a consultant, I know I have been to a lot of companies. they are going to transform the operation now. The digital transformation is happening. Everything is getting like automated. So processes are getting automated. So what you can do is sign up for this course. So get this knowledge. Don't be the, when the companies, don't wait till your company asks for this qualification, because I know a lot of financial analysts. So it's like Microsoft Power BI is a must qualification for the analyst now, even finance or any other, even for HR analyst also, because I will show you all one HR dashboard. Okay. So this dashboard, so whatever the industry that you are working, it doesn't matter. Okay. So whatever the industry you are working, maybe HR, maybe finance. So whatever it is, so you have to get really good knowledge about this data analytics tool. So this is actually not from our company. This is some agile analytics. It's a Australian company. They have done some analytics on HR. See, once you know, see how you can transform your knowledge. So transform your data into visuals like this. So this is something that you can learn once you complete this course. This is something you can build after completion of this course. Okay. So these are, first you need to have to get the proper knowledge, proper DAX knowledge. So once you get it, you can do all these things. Okay, any questions before we wind up this today's session? So as I mentioned earlier, the recordings and everything will be shared as, if you register for the session only, register for the full course. So now first day is free, but second day you will not get the free. So you have 1 week, so you have to register for the session. You can make the payments, and once you make the payment, you can sign up for the full course. So thank you very much, and let me know if you have any questions. We have still few minutes. So any questions from anyone? You can unmute yourself and raise it, and you can email us. So I have put my website, right? I have shown my website. So you have our website. Go to gulfbianalytics.com. You can drop us an email if you need more information about the course or how to make the payments and everything. If you need a corporate training, and if you need Excel trainings, so we provide everything. And yes, so waiting. Yeah, if there's anything, please let us know. I hope, there is no any other questions, and hope to see you everyone in the next week. So I hope everyone will join for the course. So hope to see you all these people in next week, and continue. We have 9 more sessions to go. So with these 9 sessions, I think I will be able to give you some good knowledge. So you will be able to get some good knowledge about this data analytics story. Okay, so there's a question regarding the courses. Ongoing, we have 3 batches. It's all Power BI. So all these trainings, like we have a Friday batch going on starting from today, and Saturday batch we are starting tomorrow, and it's from Saturday batches. I think it's 2 to 5, I guess 2:30 to 5, and we have the Sunday evening batch, all Power BI. And Excel trainings, actually we don't have an ongoing batch. Those are like based on the request. Like we have advanced Excel formulas, data analysis, dashboard reporting. But for these ones, we don't have a ongoing classes for these ones. And weekday, so there's a question from Asif, what's the duration for the weekday batches? Weekday batches, it's on Sunday and Tuesday. So 2 hours each, like Sunday 7 to 9 and Tuesday 7 to 9. So it will be 2 days in a week. And this Friday batch is only 2.5 hours. It's 1 day per week. And Saturday batch is 2.5. It's on only every Saturday. So yes, and if there is an individual request, yes, you can have individual session as well. But like one-to-one sessions are pricings are a little different. If you have one-to-one session, like it will be a little bit, I mean, like small difference, like maybe 1,005, something like that, if you want a one-to-one session. So then one-to-one session as per your availability, and we can discuss accordingly. And my availability and your availability, we can discuss that, and we can arrange the sessions accordingly. Yeah. So yeah, if you have like separate requirements, because a lot of companies also they say, you know, they have their own data. We want to do a training on their data, and actually then it's a customized package. So it's like, so it will be, the pricings will be different for those cases. So like we have to first look at your data, or maybe your requirement is different. And also we provide consulting as well. So if you want consulting for your own project or for your company project, we can do that as well. So we can discuss those separately. Yes. Any other questions? So any other questions? Who we have today? I will just check the list. We have Amjad, Asif, Akmal, Safra, Wasfi, Aisha. Yeah. Aisha, you from Sri Lanka? Yes. Our email is info@gulfbianalytics. So actually, if you go to our website, you can contact us, info@gulfbianalytics. So that is our email address. Even if you go and say hi to in our website, someone will contact you. So you can contact from the WhatsApp. You have this thing. You can say hi from here. Definitely, there are so many ways to contact us, and we have put our numbers in the website. So if you go down, you can find the contacts in here. We have our email. We have our YouTube channel, but still it's progressing. YouTube channel, Facebook, LinkedIn. So from any of these ways, you can contact us. So once you send the details, so we will be in touch. We will get in touch with you. Okay. I hope, yes, there are no any other questions. Thank you very much, guys, for participating for the today's event. So I know, so using your time. So I hope the session gave you some idea about Power BI and some knowledge. And we just started only, so there's a lot to do. We just started from Power Query, but we have to do data modeling, DAX, visualization, a lot. Okay then, so I hope everyone will join next week, and hope to see all the faces next week. Then, so till then, have a great week. Bye bye. Okay.